Hi, and welcome to your practice. Namaste. So come into a seated position. You can be in a chair or you could be seated on a folded up blanket or a block. Get your spine nice and straight and just close your eyes and breathe. Feel the breath draw in through the nose and out through the nose. You're just settling for a moment into the body, into the space. Allowing the yoga to take its magic on you. Now just gaze to the right side so you're stretching the neck. Inhale through center, exhale towards the left. And now you're just going to use the arms, come back through center and twist yourself a little deeper to the right. Inhale, exhale, twist to the left. Back through center, bend the elbows, and you're just going to rock and move side to side as I'm doing here. Just get a little more motion and movement within the body, turning the whole body. Reach the arms all the way up, hands to heart center, set your intention, and then just make your way into a box pose. If your wrists bother you in a box pose, then grab a folded blanket or towel, place underneath the heel of your hand. Get your gaze steady, pull the belly in, get nice and still. Make sure shoulder, elbow, wrist are in alignment, hip and knee are in alignment here. The belly, again, is drawing inward. Now round the spine, push the earth away, tuck the chin. Inhale, cow pose, look up, sink the belly down, lift the tailbone toward the back of the head. Push the earth away, round, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Now all the way back through center. And then begin to straighten your right leg back behind you. Push through the heel, push the heel towards the back of the mat. If you'd like, you can float the front leg. You're here for 3. Keep your gaze steady, 2 and 1. Set it all the way down. Drop to the inside edge of your back foot. Keep the leg straight, take the arm up. If you would like to challenge your balance, gaze upward. If not, keep the gaze down towards the floor. Keep the hips reaching towards the side of the mat so that you're not collapsing into the hips. Stretch that arm overhead by the ear. Gaze to the hand if you'd like. That's an option. The pinky fingers reaching down towards the floor. And when you're ready, bring the right hand down. Come back into your box pose. Just doing the other side. Stretch on an inhale, the left leg back. Push through the heel. Float the leg or not. 3, breathe. 2 and 1. Set it down. Drop to the inside edge of the back foot. Stretch the left arm up. Reach. Get nice and long. Make sure your booty hasn't shifted towards the back. Stretch that arm over by the ear. Keep the gaze down, or you can gaze up to the fingertips. One more nice full breath here. Bring both hands down towards the floor. Pull the belly in, round the spine. Begin to push back. It's an easy, short, downward facing dog. So just moving around here a little bit, pushing the earth away, resisting, lifting the tailbone up towards the sky, and breathing. So you're going to work your right foot forward however you can do that. You can drop to your knee. You can use a wall or a chair to support you as you bring that leg forward. And you're coming into a low lunge. So let the hips sink and reach towards the earth. Pull the belly in, relax the shoulders, get long in the body. Stretch the arms up. Now bend the elbows, making like cactus arms, and squeeze the shoulder blades towards one another so that you open through the heart. Come back through center, grab blocks if you have them, place on each side of your leg, and begin to fold down. Draw your right hip towards the left side of your mat. Imagine the head reaching for the toes. Taking a twist or staying where you are, you can use the block. The back leg, you could curl those toes under. It would actually help you to stabilize a little bit more. And then sink down, round, step all the way back, downward facing dog. We're just going to the other side. Use the blocks or not. Left foot comes forward or drop down and make your way into a low lunge. Hips drop towards the floor. The front foot scissoring towards the back leg, and the back leg scissoring towards the front foot. Bend your right elbow, grab the outside edge of your elbow, or just let both hands hang down like I just showed. lift through the sternum, and inhale, exhale, switch it up, other side. If you're flexible enough, you can lean your head back to get deeper into that shoulder stretch. Stretch the arms up, inhale, gaze up, hands come down, grab your blocks. We're just straightening, send the hips towards the back of the mat. Fold, imagine the head reaching for the big toe, reaching for the top of the foot. Breathing, squeezing everything midline, and then taking that twist. Inhale here, exhale, twist. Gaze up or keep the gaze down, which makes it easier. 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way back through center. Step this all the way back into your downward facing dog. Drop down onto your shins. Grab a folded blanket. Make it as thick as you would like. Place it in between the popliteal area and have a seat back. If you'd like, you can use a block as well to sit. So we're just sitting here, breathing. Release the block. Release the blanket. Lift up like you're preparing for camel or Ustrasana pose. Place the hands at the base of the spine with the fingertips facing down towards the floor. Lift through the heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards one another. The legs are reaching to the outside edges of your mat. So it's as if they are pulling away from one another to create more space in the pelvic floor. Lift through the heart. You can drop the head back and open the throat or not. Either way is just fine. Now round the back, place the hands down, take a cat pose to counter that Ustrasana or camel pose. Cross your ankles, thread the legs through, grab your blanket to have a seat on the blanket, or you could use the block. Either one is just fine. Have a seat, straighten through the legs if that's okay. And then start to lean forward. The knees can be bent here or legs straight, either way. So I'm showing with bent legs here. So just getting nice and long and going to where you feel a stretch. 3. Good. Inhale, lift yourself all the way up. Move the blanket back behind your shoulders. Take your feet about hip distance apart. Push the feet to the outside edges of your mat. Lift your hips away from the floor by pushing strongly into your legs. Work your right shoulder underneath you and your left, and lift your hips as much as you can. You're holding here. 3. Good. 2. And 1. Release that. Now taking sit-ups here. I'm already moving into the sit-ups, so just doing as many as you can get in. You can go at your own speed and your own pace. Just lifting and lowering, and that's it. Take a little break. So pull the knees to touch if they will, then interlace the hands around the shins. If that doesn't happen, then use the hands to draw or coerce gently the knees toward one another. And then release and just rock side to side, getting a little massage onto your low back. Now inhale, take the legs all the way up to the sky. You can place a block underneath your tailbone area and stretch the legs all the way up. Feels nice. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release the legs all the way down, release the block, and Shavasana pose. Stretch the legs out, let them be about hip distance apart, palms facing upward toward the sky, belly's relaxed. Stay as long as you'd like, but once you finish, pull the knees into the chest, roll yourself over to the right side, make a little pillow for your head, rest there for a moment, and then push yourself up to a seated position. When you're ready, you can grab your block again, place underneath. Hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you for joining.